This is crazy. The tornado alarm stopped for probably 2 minutes maybe, and then they're back on again.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Arkansas. Specifically, we're in Fayetteville and we're staying at a new hotel for us, a Staybridge Suites. So let's go take a look around. So we are staying in a queen bedroom studio. So it doesn't have like a partition between the bed space and the rest of the space. So it is like kind of like a loft style efficiency, I guess you could say. So we're starting off in, I guess, what is the foyer? It's kind of an open floor plan here. So right behind me, there's not really a whole lot to this. This is the door. But over here to our right is our kitchen setup, which is just like kind of like a little kitchenette. As you guys can see, we've got our stocks already out, but it does have a dishwasher. We do have a 2-burner stove, microwave, lots of cabinet space. Like most extended stay hotels, they don't really give you a whole lot in terms of like pots and pans. They kind of give you basics. So we have like 1 pan and 2 pots, which isn't a whole lot to work with, but you can still work with it. And you do still have a full-size refrigerator with a freezer and a fridge, which is a decent size, as you can see. So it's not too bad, and the dishwasher seems to be almost full size. I wouldn't say it is full size, it's bigger than most. Also in this room, they do give you a full-size coffee maker. So a lot of rooms will only give you like the Keurig 1-cup coffee maker. This one does have a full-size coffee maker. We do have a toaster, but it is still up in the cabinets because we haven't needed it. As well as they did give us silverware, plates, cups, and cooking utensils. So that's really nice because it does help if you want to make your own meals. Next up, we're going to take a look at the workspace. To our right, we do have a workstation. Now, in this hotel room, they did give us a desk, which was kind of nice. I will say we actually had to switch rooms because we had some issues, which we'll talk about in just a minute. In our first room, the desk didn't have a under desk light situation. This one does, so you do have a decent amount of lighting over here to work with. One thing I will say, they did come with like this little side lamp that's not really positionable, and it doesn't really offer a whole lot of light, which I think is a little strange. We do have a fairly comfortable work chair, and then lots of space to kind of tuck away your goodies over here in the desk, which is pretty nice. Over here on the left side, we do have this little kind of countertop, put your keys, put your phone kind of situation. As you can see, we've done a little bit of shopping. So if you guys want to see what we've been up to while we're in Fayetteville, definitely check out those videos because we went to 2 Walmart test stores, which was pretty cool. And we've gotten some pretty interesting food while we've been here. As you can see, we've got like this kind of weird lamp situation here. For this side of the room, it's okay lighting. It's not the best lighting we've ever had, but it's okay. Moving forward just a little bit, we do have a couch. It is a pull-out couch. I think it's queen size, and they do give you extra linens and 1 extra pillow in case you are a family that's staying here and you want to use the pull-out couch. I tend to use it for my luggage. It's just how we roll around here. Again, with the lighting, we have like an overhead light here. We've got a light back in the back corner. And while this does look like the old-time air conditioning machines, you do not control it from the actual unit over here. You control it from the wall unit, which is just over here, which we'll show you in just a second. Next up, we're gonna go take a look at the bedroom. So here we are in the bed space. It's not very far off from where the couch is. It's actually just a few steps because like I said, it's a very open floor plan. Now this is a queen bed. So that was a bit of an adjustment for us. We're used to staying in king size beds. From what I understand, this property does have king size beds, but they just weren't available for us to utilize for this trip. So I would say up for the king size bed, because if you have 2 people and a queen, sometimes it's like shoulder to shoulder, and that doesn't make for sleeping very easy. Now, we requested a ton of pillows, and you guys can see that up here. This room actually only came with about 3 pillows standard, and we had to request all of the additional pillows that we got. And you're gonna need them because the pillows aren't great. They're mostly dead pillows, and you kind of need 3 or 4 a person just to get enough like you would get from like 2 pillows. Over here to my right, we do have a dresser with the TV on it. One thing I do like about this is you can swivel the TV if you want to watch it from the couch or if you want to watch it from bed. We mostly just watch it while we're in bed. And then they do have some drawer space that you can utilize if you want to put your clothes away, if you're going to be staying here for a while. And one thing I would like to note is if you do want to use your Roku or Fire Stick and travel like we do, you will have to figure out how to plug it into the back of the TV. It is a little bit complicated. Now, looking back over here, we do sort of have matching side tables. One side is actually shorter than the other. It's bigger on this side than that side, and there is a little kind of footstool that's underneath this one, which we didn't realize until we ended up switching rooms, but that's what that was, which I thought was quite hilarious. We do have lamps on both sides. There's no USB plugs, and there's only 1 plug on the lamp, but if you're on the side close to the wall, there are additional plugs on the wall. But if you're on the side with just the lamp, the only way you can plug anything in is that 1 plug, so make sure you have an extension cord. That's definitely a legit tip, that we always travel with at least like 1 extension cord, and they do make it a lot easier when you live in hotel rooms. Next up, we're gonna go take a look at the bathroom space. So before we go hop in the bathroom space, because it is a small space, I just wanted to show you guys the thermostat on the wall. And what I think is hilarious is this is the first hotel I've ever been at that really likes to tell you what to do. And we'll talk about that in the end, because it's not just with the air conditioning unit, it's also with the snack hour too. So I can't wait to tell you guys all about that. So next up, let's go look at the bathroom. Here we are in kind of the pre-bathroom space. So over here is where you're gonna find your sink, your mirror. It does have a little bit of drawer space here. Honestly, I prefer a double vanity, but this works for what it is. The products are Dove products, which I found kind of interesting, and they are attached to the wall, so you're not going to be freeloading at this hotel. Over here to our right, we've got the closet, which is a decently sized closet. You do have an iron and ironing board. Your extra linens are going to be in here. You do have hangers and a laundry basket. And what I thought was really cool about this property is that laundry is actually free here. So it is kind of nice that they do give you a laundry basket. But as you can see, it is pretty spacious in the closet. If you did want to use a safety box where you put your coat in, you have to go up to the front desk to request one. They don't automatically put a safe in your room. Next up, we're gonna go check out our shower toilet area. Here we are in the bathroom, and when Gary comes in here and shows you, if you want to be able to move around in the space, you either have to keep the door wide open or completely close it, because that's your clearance for the toilet. It just clears. So it is a very tiny bathroom. We have stayed in hotels that do have this size bathroom. It's not my cup of tea. It still works, but just gonna point that out. Over here is a little bit more storage. This is usually where you're gonna find the linens. And then, as I mentioned, it is Dove products on the wall. They are sealed in. I will say the water does get very hot, but it's not great water pressure, but at least the shower does get hot. So that's a thumbs up for me. But overall, it's just a standard shower. It is kind of on the smaller side, but it did its purpose and it hasn't been too bad. So next up, we're gonna go take a look at the rest of the hotel.
Here's what the hallways look like. It's kind of got like a flowery pattern on the floor. Reminds me of like an old northeastern hotel with the hallways and the doors on each side. Got the game day bus route here. So they do have a bus that takes you right to the stadium if you're staying here for football games. Here is the business center. You get 2 computers, 1 printer. That's pretty much it. And if you want to do more than 10 pages. And a first for us, washer and dryers, and they're all free. So you can just come down here and use the washer and dryers. See, it doesn't cost anything. That's really nice.
They look good too.
Yeah, we'll get to try them while we're here, since we'll be here for a while. And then laundry detergent is available for purchase. Fitness center is located right next to the laundry on the first floor. You got some weights. You got 1 bike with a junked up TV, 2 ellipticals, 3 treadmills. You got 2 benches. Got that, and then you got 1 weight machine. And then you have a scale in the corner that Macy's using. That's it. Decent size. Not super large, but good size. And you can actually get to the laundry right from this room, too. Made it down to the pool. The first night there were people in here, so we didn't want to film. Came back down. So there used to be a hot tub. They have welded off. They do have a bunch of towels, so that's always good. Sometimes hotels don't have towels. Let's go take a look at the pool. Macy's excited to jump in. She's going to jump in on camera for us. It's a nice size rectangle, 5 foot at one end, 3.5 at the other. Is it warmed? Oh, that's good. And it is interior, so you can swim all year round. Tornado warning. Macy said hurricane, so I'm confused. We're on a tornado warning, but here is the outside that we can see from our area. And there's a nice little meeting area. It's really nice outside. I don't see any grills or anything out here, but there's definitely a nice little space out here. And they keep exploring. Oh, there are grills. There are grills in the 4 corner. We'll check it out when we're not under a tornado watch. Made it back to the courtyard area when there's not a tornado warning going on, just to check it out. There's this fire pit. It was up last night. People were out here just hanging out by the fire. Got some tables, got this nice open space. I'm gonna check out this grill over here and see what they got. They have 3 grills over here. They're actually hardwired for gas, so they don't run out. That's nice. They're pretty clean. This one's a little rusty, but inside there, they're pretty clean too. And then there's a nice little seating area around it. So if you wanted to grill some stuff up, this could be an option, which is always nice. And behind it, it looks like a apartment complex, which for all the college kids. But it hasn't been very noisy or anything since we've been here, so that's good. But we are coming up on the weekend, so we'll let you know in our final thoughts if it does get noisy around here because of all of the student apartment complexes around us. Going down for snacky snacks. Got some sodas. What do we got? What do we got? Meatballs. That's it. Meatballs and salad for the evening. Everybody in the lobby because there's a tornado watch.
Also, the food's out, but they didn't put any serving utensils, so it's there, but you can't serve yourself because there's a tornado warning.
I mean, the salad has tongs on it.
Just not the hot food.
You can just get a fork right there and poke a meatball if you really want it. We're just not interested in meatballs.
Yeah.
The exterior of the hotel at night. This is kind of a neat little entryway. I like this very wood style. And then you'll see right across the street, there's a restaurant. We're gonna try that tonight, so we'll let you know in our final thoughts what we thought of that. But there's the baseball stadium right across the way. And the university football stadium is, I guess, this way. So you kind of go around, you have a bus, which is pretty neat. All right, that concludes our stay. We're actually at our next adventure in Atlanta.
Yeah, the hotel overall wasn't the worst hotel I've ever stayed at, but it's pretty low on my list. One of the biggest things I think is that the hotel overall, like the staff and the environment, just didn't feel very welcoming.
Yeah, from the story of the guy during the breaks or whatever, to the fact that when there was a tornado, the entire staff disappeared and there were no signs about what to do, just completely unwelcoming. Another thing too is it was a little old and outdated. And in that, with all the hotels that we've stayed at, what comes with that is they just don't maintain it. Mm-hmm. So it is going downhill. The first room didn't have a functioning air conditioning The second room, the air conditioning was about to fail. It was so loud, you could tell. And it just feels like everything in there is kind of on that brink of failing and they're just not maintaining it.
Yeah, the beds weren't comfortable at all. The shower actually in the first room was pretty grungy. Actually, the room itself, when we got in, actually felt kind of dirty because when we got moved to our second room, that room actually felt clean.
Yeah.
Whereas the first room, just comparing the two, I was like, yeah, that first room definitely didn't feel clean. The space was actually not terrible in terms of like you had like a little mini kitchenette, so you had a full-size fridge, or at least a pretty decent sized fridge. We did have 2 stove burners, so if we wanted to cook, we could cook, microwave, and dishwasher as well. So like it did have a functional space to it. So that part I did appreciate.
Yeah, and if you're going to a baseball game or a football game at Arkansas, this could be an option for you. I wouldn't stay there very long because the beds aren't very comfortable, but if it's only a night, I think you could make it work.
I did appreciate the fact that they tried to have a snack hour, but again, that just kind of left us feeling very unwelcomed because we weren't able to get drinks the way we wanted to, i.e. the beer and the wine. And the food was interesting. Like, it was like they were trying, but it just wasn't very good. Check out our videos of the Drury Inn because that is actually what I think every hotel should strive for when they're doing these snack hours.
So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get y'all for the next one.
Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
We just want to take a moment to thank you all for watching the video. To those 90% of you guys out there watching who haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. It really helps our channel grow and reach a wider audience. And for all those other YouTube personalities that you're watching out there, I'm sure they would appreciate it as well. To those that have subscribed, thank you for tagging along with us on our journeys. We appreciate your love, support, your likes, and all those wonderful comments that we're getting to on our videos. So we look forward to taking you on our next adventure. We'll see you on the next one.